June 1812. Less than 30 years after winning its independence, the United States once again found itself on the brink of war. This time, the young republic would challenge the world's most powerful empire, Great Britain. A conflict that would reshape a nation was about to begin. The United States was still a young nation, expanding westward and building its government. But peace was fragile. Across the Atlantic, Britain was locked in a massive war against Napoleon's France, and America was increasingly caught in the middle. At the time, the British Royal Navy dominated the world's oceans. Its powerful fleet controlled major trade routes and enforced strict blockades. Few nations could challenge Britain's strength at sea, yet America was determined to defend its rights. British warships frequently stopped American merchant vessels, searching for deserters. Thousands of sailors were seized and forced into British service, a practice known as impressment. To many Americans, it was a direct attack on their nation's sovereignty. Meanwhile, tensions were rising on the western frontier. American leaders believed Britain was supplying Native American tribes with weapons and support to resist westward expansion. Whether real or exaggerated, these fears fueled growing demands for war. On June 18, 1812, President James Madison signed the Declaration of War. Many believed the conflict would be short and decisive. Instead, the young nation was about to face one of the greatest challenges in its early history. American forces launched several invasions of Canada, hoping for a quick victory. But poor planning, harsh conditions, and determined British resistance turned these campaigns into costly failures, shaking confidence in the nation's military. In August 1814, British troops marched into Washington, D.C. government buildings, including the White House and the Capitol, were set ablaze. For the first time since independence, the American capital lay in ruins. As the British approached, First Lady Dolly Madison refused to leave without saving one priceless treasure, the famous portrait of George Washington. Her courage preserved an important symbol of America's founding. Soon after, the British fleet launched a massive overnight bombardment of Fort McHenry, guarding the entrance to Baltimore Harbor. Through darkness, thunder, and exploding shells, American defenders held their ground. As dawn broke, an enormous American flag still flew above the battered fort. Witnessing this powerful sight, Francis Scott Key was inspired to write the poem that would later become the Star-Spangled Banner, the national anthem of the United States. Far to the north, on Lake Erie, American naval commander Oliver Hazard Perry achieved a decisive victory. His success secured control of the lake and gave the United States a critical advantage in the Northwest. After months of negotiations, representatives from both nations signed the Treaty of Ghent on December 24, 1814. The agreement ended the war, restoring peace without major territorial changes for either side. Unaware that peace had already been signed, American forces under General Andrew Jackson fought one final battle at New Orleans. Their stunning victory became a defining moment in American history and transformed Jackson into a national hero. The War of 1812 ended much as it had begun, with neither nation claiming a clear military victory. Yet for the United States, the conflict strengthened national identity, proved the resilience of a young republic, and inspired symbols that continue to define the nation today. More than 2 centuries later, the War of 1812 remains one of the most important chapters in the history of the United States.
For more Cold War documentaries, technical, and history videos, watch the next upcoming video. This is Chroniq.